When many of us think of the archetypal engineer, the first name that often comes to mind is Elon Musk. He is, of course, most well known as the CEO of Tesla, the largest electric car company in the world, and of SpaceX, an aerospace company hoping to be the first to land an astronaut in Mars. Musk is also involved in a third, somewhat less known company we wish to focus our attention today in this video, Neuralink. For those who don't know of Neuralink, their mission is threefold: to understand the brain, to interface with the brain, and to engineer the brain. Essentially, Neuralink's mission is to connect the human brain with the digital world, smartphones and the other smart devices alike. What is particularly exciting about this goal is that it innately requires a multidisciplinary approach. To name just a few, Neuralink employs electrical engineers, computer engineers, neuroscientists, neurosurgeons, mechanical engineers that all must work together towards a common goal of developing Neuralink. The working behind Neuralink is very complicated and spans various areas of expertise, so to keep this video from being too long, we will focus our efforts into drawing a more general picture of this recent technology.
Neuralink hopes to use a small device about the size of a large coin to interact with the human brain. It is called BCI, or Brain-Computer Interface. This device is composed of 1024 hair-like threads with microelectrodes at their end. In order to receive and process electrical signals coming from the brain, these threads must be sewed into the cerebral cortex by a robot, because no neurosurgeon is capable of achieving a precision on the order of microns. This difficult task must be done using advanced computer vision to understand the unique morphology of the patient's brain. And finally, it must perform intricate sewing of threads following the best neurosurgical practices.
From here, we should be able to comprehend how Neuralink hopes to understand and then later engineer the brain. Using the electrodes of the BCI we previously described, Neuralink will be able to map the precise firing of a brain's neurons during routine everyday actions such as the movements of the arms and potentially, at some later dates, even speech and thought. The reason this will be possible is that for the first time, neuroscientists will have huge amounts of extremely reliable and long-term data regarding brain activation. This is simply because Neuralink's BCI will lie inside the skull rather than on the outside of a patient's head, enabling the neuroscientists at Neuralink to potentially pinpoint the activation of individual neurons. As these data gathering abilities develop, the useful applications of BCIs will multiply. For now, the goal is to enable quadriplegic patients to interact with computers using nothing but their thoughts, and at a later date soon thereafter, Neuralink is even hoping to help blunt the seizures of patients suffering from crippling epilepsy. For the time being, most applications beyond these are mere speculation. That being said, science fiction authors will undoubtedly enjoy thinking of all the ways the next generations of this technology could one day be used to enable everything from mind-reading capabilities to human superintelligence.
In addition to the design and technical aspects of Neuralink, the ethics associated with the product may also be a concern. It does sound interesting and exciting when we talk about merging our brains with intelligent machines, but at what cost? What kind of risks do people experience when microchips augment them? For example, one of the primary uses of Neuralink is to help people with disabilities. However, when the chip rewrites the way people think and behave, is that still moral? There is no clear answer to that, just like many other ethic-related questions. As experts say, the ethical implications of technologies like Neuralink are unknown. There isn't a clear stop sign to inform the scientists when to stop before the use of AI gets out of hand. So with all that said, the challenges of creating Neuralink are not limited to the technical difficulties, but also the ethical aspects of designing the algorithm. Therefore, the company needs to collaborate with experts working in the field of sociology. Their job could include finding out people's opinion towards neurotech, discussing the appropriate services that the chip could offer, and ensuring these smart devices' use is as safe and smooth as possible. It is crazy how sophisticated engineering projects are becoming nowadays. As it stands, Neuralink represents the forefront of the BCI market. As we hope to have clearly highlighted, this dominant position can be attributed to their unique combination of engineers, neurosurgeons, neuroscientists, and sociologists, who, in collaborating, are capable of accomplishing something greater as a team than they could have ever done alone.